Working on the 40 film, especially in the beginning, it felt like I was staring at Mount Everest. We did so many interviews, and when they were transcribed, it was a stack of papers about this high. It was 600 plus pages that I had to go through line by line, trying to discern where are the stories, how are we going to decide who makes it into the final cut and who doesn't. In other words, the last thing we want to do is, not bore the people for the first 12 minutes. Although the information, I think, is very important. I came to the realization that instead of doing just feature stories on the leaders, why not hear from many different voices and include some answers to some of the most widely held convictions from the pro-choice perspective? What was really hard was trying to get in the door to get official representatives of the pro-choice organizations such as Planned Parenthood and NARAL and now the National Organization for Women. I remember making phone calls, I remember sending emails, pleading with them. We really want to hear from the other side. But none of those organizations responded. Every single one of them closed the door on us. So that what we ended up doing was speaking to pro-choice women on the street.
So women should have the same rights as anybody else, access to health care, access to what we need, so we don't have to go in back alleys again.
I'm planning on being an abortion provider. It's very important to me.
I got involved in the 40 film because I knew that it was a project that poses that question. Really, where are we as a nation 40 years after Roe versus Wade? Are we better off? Are we worse off? In the end, it really shows you how many women are hurt by abortion, how many men are hurt by abortion, what the issue really is, and shows the movement of the March for Life and people that are fighting this issue, all the youth, all the kids that are involved in the pro-life movement, and how beautiful it is. Over the last 40 years, the witness of pro-lifers on the street in front of abortion clinics has saved countless lives.
Part of my desire in making this film and being able to share, not my ideas, but the experience, the practical experience of so many women.
I forgive myself in the sense that I recognize as human beings we make mistakes, but I'll always carry with me the burden of knowing that I've hurt people.
As a young man, I was introduced to a young lady, and we developed a relationship. One day she told me that she was pregnant. And so she told me that she wanted an abortion, but she insisted that I pay for it. It left absolutely a mark on my heart, a hole in my heart. It caused grief, aggravation, bouts of depression. It definitely affected me emotionally, spiritually, even physically. In 2007, I had been married for a couple of years. We wanted children. We got married a little bit later in life. Cindy and I couldn't conceive. On the 18th of September, I got a phone call from a former colleague. Sheila called me up and said, "Are you and Cindy still interested in an adoption? My husband just delivered a baby just 2 days ago, and the mother wants to give it up for adoption." He is our little miracle baby that landed from heaven. Today, little Joseph Dominic is the motivation for making this film, because I realized that little Joseph, he could have been one of the 55 million aborted babies since Roe v. Wade. I think to change hearts, one must be a good listener, one must show compassion, one must be a good friend. We have to be able to provide love and compassion to those who have been affected by abortion. I want this film to be a tool that can educate, inspire, and motivate a whole new generation of young people. If we can save just one life, then it's mission accomplished.